Hola a todos, me llamo Datai. Si no vuelvo de nuevo esta vez mañana, sigue como si no importara nada. But anyway, last time apparently I didn't get frustrated enough, and now I'm going back for more. Well, not going back, but going to a new place for more. This is the Pokémon Mansion. It is abandoned because it apparently half burned down, I guess. I think it was destroyed partially destroyed for one reason or another. Anyway, there are a lot of wild Pokemon here, thus I will use Super Repels. The gimmick here is that there's a bunch of shutters, and when you press the switch, the shutters switch places. There's two sets of them, basically. And obviously, with the first set, you won't be able to go much of anywhere on the first floor. And as a demonstration, let's check this out. And they actually give you a choice, unlike in Celadon. That was completely pointless. And I'm going to need a lot of repels, I'll bet. It's going to be funny. There's also a couple trainers. But generally they're not too tough. Got a couple fire types. Yeah, really, the main thing you're gonna get frustrated with here is the puzzle, and it's a pretty tricky puzzle. Like, I still get confused with it. But then again, I thought I would get confused with Seafoam, and that didn't turn out too bad. Now, this also has a bunch of diary entries about a certain event back in the day. I highly recommend you check that out, because it's basically the only... God damn it, I'm gonna need to make room for items. Oh boy. I'm gonna pause for a second. Alright, that should do it. Oh, I don't need that. I basically threw away this stuff. It's not really worth selling at this point because I have so much money anyway. Now see, because we pressed the switch earlier, this is now blocked off. So if we can press the switch here, we can now access it. And, really, I'm not sure what's up here other than... I don't really remember a whole lot of this place, and that's probably a problem. Yeah, there's one of each vitamin hidden around here somewhere. So I'm going to be tossing 5 different things. So if we press the switch there, we'll be able to open it up and walk off the edge of the earth, I guess. This guy does actually have a bit of plot-relevant dialogue. He's a scientist. His mentor lived here. This is where the scientists conducted a lot of experiments for a certain thing that will come up later. It's related to those diary entries, and yeah, he actually does somewhat talk about what's actually going on. So let's see what's down here before I walk off the edge of the cliff. Completely useless, but I guess we'll probably want to go down this one. There we go. If we went off the other one, I think we'd land in that garbage and die, and that would not be pleasant. So that didn't accomplish much. What happens if I go off the other one? Just hell if the geography of this place makes sense. I mean, it would be too logical to think that we would go onto an inaccessible place. Oh. Well, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure what that garbage-looking stuff is, even. I mean, apparently I fell through it to another floor, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, honestly. Maybe that's why I found it so goddamn confusing back in the day. No, whatever. I don't remember what those garbage thing tiles are in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but they're probably something semi-logical. If anyone wants to tell me, go ahead. Just make sure nobody else has said it first. Keep that in mind anytime I ask you to answer something. And we can't access up there. And over here, that's an exit, a quick exit in case you don't have any escape ropes. But down here, we got one last floor. This is shaping out a lot easier than I thought it would be. Goddamn. When am I gonna get frustrated? And this guy is Growlithe, and Growlithe are awesome. Growlithe, oh my gosh, Growlithe. Look at that, it's Growlithe. It was a Growlithe anyway. And now it's a Ponyta. Ponyta are semi-awesome. Not quite as awesome. I mean, it's still a flaming horse, but it's pretty badass. What's that? Well, that's that. Blizzard. Nah, I'll hold on to it though. So another diary entry. I'm missing some of the diary entries. Yeah, I'm not going to show all of them simply because I don't remember where all of them are located, and they're also out of order. You can find a complete transcription of all of them on Bulbapedia. I recommend you do so. Just go on the page for the Cinnabar Mansion. I think that'll get you the transcripts. And Electrode ought to go down. No. Okay, that was pathetic. That was a critical, people. That was a critical. And it still did less than half. Is this an... Huh? Doesn't make any... Yeah, they're a Grimer here because it's abandoned and it's disgusting and ew. Okay, let's try this again. Is this a tiling error? No, I guess not, because I see it going up one tile there. I think there's some sort of hidden item, right? Yeah, it's not really hidden, but otherwise inaccessible. Rare candy, sure. I'll accept that. And then you have to go back, press it again in order to actually progress. Or not. That was brilliant on my part, I suppose. Why would they do that, really? That seems like a silly thing to do. And just for the sake of completion, let's check what this is. Solar Beam, nah. Since there's no sunny day in this generation, not really worth it much. Nothing in those. And got a secret key. It's a secret to not very many people. Because it's completely required. And that takes care of that, I suppose. The mansion has been dealt with. And I kind of want to go show off a couple of other journal entries, so I'm going to do a bit of pausing shenanigans right here. Alright, here's one of the ones I missed. Apparently, they discovered the Pokemon back in Guyana. They are kind of out of order. It might be a little confusing, so it would be recommended to go to Bulbapedia and see them in chronological order. It makes a lot more sense that way. And here we got the last diary entry. There are only 4, believe it or not. And that tells us what they were telling about in that diary entry in the basement. Now, I checked on a map, actually, to see what the hell these things were. They're rocks. What do you know? Anyway, we're getting out of here. I think we've accomplished all I need to accomplish in there. And I still have a little bit of time left, so I am going to check out this place right here. This place is another study place, apparently taken over for the Pokemon Mansion, since it's out of business now. And this is where you're going to do a lot of in-game trades, if you're going to do them. I think there's about as many here as there are anywhere else in the world, maybe like one less. Anyway, those trades are for people who are too lazy to manually evolve stuff. These guys will resurrect, that's what I'm looking for, resurrect the fossil you picked up in Mount Moon, and also the amber that you can get from the Pewter Museum. Or maybe it's these guys. Yeah, it's these guys. The guys over here will give you the Metronome TM, and it sucks. Because Metronome battles are kind of pointless here. I suppose we'll be taking care of this up here next time. This gym mechanism, I suppose. And, well, I'm starting to understand this game more and more. Maybe I'll get confused on Victory Road. Victory Road is a tendency to screw me up. Because I know I got hexa confused last time I tried it. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time for the Cinnabar Gym.